Good morning. Hello, everyone. Jim here from Storm Warning News. It is June 30, 2023. And evidently, the initial stages of the rollout of the FedNow digital coin are to begin tomorrow, the 1st of July. I believe this will be a slow but steady process. I have felt this now for a while, and I believe that most Americans have no idea this is even coming. It's again, it'll be gradually implemented in order to prevent chaos. But the chaos will come. The chaos will come as the steps are taken and the dollar collapses to eventually be converted into this new system, which will be part of the one world monetary system, the beast's global financial system. One system, not numbers and numbers of them. But through that all, maybe you feel this too. And for me, this is my morning news report. And it's not me grabbing articles and discussing the issues with you, because we are in a very bizarre state of status quo right now. Status quo which will be abruptly shaken any time now and upset. But do you feel like you're racing against a clock? Tick, 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 tick. That is my feeling this morning, as there are things in my life I am trying to accomplish, and they are moving forward, but I have no control really over the speed of them. It is in the hands of others, but most of all, it's in God's hands, as we are attempting to move to a new location. And you could say the timing of this may be the worst possible time ever, with this steady financial conversion that we will be seeing taking place. But I pray for God's will to be done for us. I pray for His protection, His guidance, and His blessing. And I believe He has His hand on this, so I will trust in Him. But still, there's a feeling of a clock ticking that most in the world don't hear. Well, let me not even say most in the world, most in America don't hear, as we are prepping for this steady financial transition, as we are seeing war that is coming. And it's all going to be tied together, my friends. World war, crashing economies, civil unrest, possibly civil wars, possibly in this country. I don't know. I think the American public, for the most part, is very pacified and very compliant. We saw that with the purported biological situation that we experienced recently. We are most likely here, I can't speak for me, a passive and compliant society here that would not resist. You may see pockets of resistance. I would predict that it would be quickly squashed. Not what I want to see. I don't want to see any of this. I want to see us all get home. I want to see us all get home to the Lord today. But should that not happen, pray that you can be relieved of the feeling of the ticking clock, the race against time. Pray that you have everything you need to get through the coming turbulence. Wars, rumors of wars, collapse, transition, the rise of the beast. Again, my opinion, he's part man, part AI, and fully indwelt with the demonic, obviously. Pray, as Psalm 91 says, "He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God In him I will trust. That is Psalm 91, verses 1 and 2. Take care of yourselves, my friends. Take care of yourselves physically, mentally, spiritually. I say this over and over, and I hope I'm saying something here that will help someone somewhere. But there is a race against time right now, a definite race, a certain race against time. Things are moving outside of us. Things are moving faster than we realize. We are being inundated. Again, it is that supernatural DDoS attack that I'm experiencing. Maybe all of us are experiencing. There's so much information, misinformation, hyperbole, all mixed with truth. So many videos taken by people on the streets. How many of them are real? How many of them are generated by AI? How much of what we see is being generated by AI through image and word? And AI could trigger the cataclysm on the world scene that would start the next level, the escalation of all of the wars and rumors of wars that we are seeing right now. You have to believe, well, you don't have to believe, but I believe that this is all tied together. War, collapse, famine, disease. The Word tells us of this. But it's moving faster than we realize. The clock is ticking. I'm not going to give you a date. I don't know a date. I will say this as I continue to ramble and babble, and I hope you listen. One thing the Lord is giving me is dreams. I don't believe there's so much words or prophecies or warnings to issue to you lately. He's giving me dreams that are comforting and at the same time confusing. But are they confusing? A recurring dream that I keep having, and it's very quick, and I've been having it now for a couple of years, is you may not know, but I do love the Old Erie Canal, the original Erie Canal, what is left of it in upstate New York, and its towpath, which is now a public walkway. I keep seeing visions, dreams of the Old Erie Canal towpath and the canal in a place that I don't recognize. It's a very rural place, and it's a very nice place, and it's a place I want to linger. There is an old-fashioned railroad crossing sign, the old-fashioned type that you see that is the white X. You may still see some of them around. It'll say railroad crossing on it, and it doesn't have the lights or the gate that comes down. Well, it is placed at the edge of a road facing the towpath. Facing the towpath, not the railroad tracks. I am aware that there are tracks further off to the north, or the south, I should say, in this dream. But the sign isn't facing those tracks, it is facing the towpath. And my desire, of course, is just to walk and walk and walk and walk that narrow path. And in this dream, I have the sensation that there is a house. It is a gray house to the south of the towpath, maybe 50 yards away, behind a line of trees. And there's it's a gray house with some abandoned farm equipment, like a junk tractor, part of an old plow. Somewhat of a ramshackle-looking establishment, but I get the sense as I'm walking by it on the towpath, looking to the south at it, keeping in mind the towpath basically goes east and west. As I'm looking at this house to the south, I sense that someone is watching me. I do not sense that they mean me any harm. They're just watching. It is dusk. It is dark. It is going into nighttime, gloaming. It is definitely summertime in this dream. It starts out with daylight. It starts out with daylight and a small stream flowing near the towpath, which I believe feeds the canal. Are you getting all of this? This probably means nothing to most of you. But I think what he's telling me in this is, despite the time pressure, And maybe the railroad crossing facing the towpath is representative of time, of a train coming. And if I don't get out of the way of the train, it's going to hit me, even though the train certainly wouldn't go across the towpath. But not to be deterred on my journey, and not for you to be deterred on your journey, to continue walking that path, even though you hear tick, 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 tick. You hear the clock. You feel the presence of time. You feel it racing. You know there is danger. You know there is collapse. There is war imminent. There are biological dangers. There is weather manipulation and smoke and all of these things that are designed to slowly kill off a large number of us. You know about this, to bring us down perhaps to 500 million. Is that an arbitrary number? No, gosh, where did I hear that, or where did I see that? But anyway, you understand what I mean. Time is ticking. We are in a race against time. Again, if you're going someplace, get there now. We are trying to go someplace. It is soon. But I am so concerned about beating that clock before the collapse, as documents are maneuvered between the hands of lawyers, and you know how this goes. I would ask for your prayers that this transition gets done as quickly as possible. And at the same time, please put your prayer requests in the comments so I can pray and others will pray for you. But there is a race against time right now. But remember, the perfect peace that transcends all understanding will guard our hearts and our minds in Christ Jesus. I have to remember that. I encourage you to remember that as well. These are the end times, the things that we've been warned of, the things that we read of in Revelation, in Matthew 24. It's coming. It's happening. It is happening. This is Jim signing off. Until the next time, God bless you.